Hi guys, welcome back to Gráinne's Home and Kitchen. Guys, I'm actually taping this intro about a week after I did the recipe. So this is another recipe in my Instant Pot series. And what I did was I decided to try making my chicken and broccoli bake. I already have a recipe for this on my channel and I will put a link to it in the description. But I wanted to see would I be able to make this recipe completely using my Instapot Duo air fryer. And it actually worked out very successfully. So I'm going to show you now how I made that. Okay guys, I hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, so you're going to turn on your Instant Pot to saute. So this is going to warm up the pan, and here I'm putting in, it's about 1/8 I'd say of a cup of butter. This doesn't have to be exact. So I will be using cornstarch and curry powder to make my roux. The curry powder just gives a delicious flavour to the dish. So I'm melting the butter on saute, and I actually don't know why I measured this into a cup, but anyway, I have 2 heaped spoonfuls of cornstarch, and I did actually use all of this. So I put it into a cup ahead of time, and I will show you once the butter is melted. I'm cutting up 2 chicken breasts. Because it's just Kieran and I am just using 2 pieces of chicken. Obviously you could adjust this depending on how many people you are feeding. So you can see I'm just cutting them up into just slices, and I will be putting that aside for the moment until I make my roux. So now I'm just going to dice up half an onion, and I'll add that to the melted butter. So now the butter is melted, and I'm just going to saute the onions until they are kind of transparent. You don't need to brown them for this dish, you just want to bring all the onion flavour out and give them a good saute. I did saute them for a couple of minutes guys, so just to make sure that I got all that flavour. So guys, now I'm going to add my cornstarch, and this is the beginning of the roux. Now normally when I make a roux I wouldn't add onions, and for this dish, when I don't make it in the Instant Pot, I don't actually add onions to it, I just flavour the chicken. So I boil the chicken with an onion in it and then I remove it. But because I'm doing it in the Instant Pot, I wanted to try a little bit different, and this worked perfectly well. The roux didn't go lumpy or anything. It turned out great. So now for the good part guys, the curry just gives this dish an incredible flavour. So you can see I added about a half a tablespoon of curry powder, and now I'm mixing it through. So basically that's my roux, but with onions, which is kind of unusual. So now I'm adding chicken stock. So I just had bits in the end of a couple of them. So I added in total maybe between 1/2 and 3/4 of a container of, that's actually chicken broth. But you can use stock cubes, you can use chicken broth to flavour it. Now remember guys, all this time it's on saute. So now I am going to add my chicken, give it a good stir, and then I'm going to set my pressure cooker. So I'm going to put on my pressure cooker lid, and I just cooked this for 8 minutes guys. That's all it took to cook the chicken. So you're going to press pressure cook. You're going to reduce your time down to 8 minutes, or increase it, whatever your previous one was, and you're going to hit start. Now I am actually adding broccolini to this, not broccoli. I'm a lover of this broccolini. I think it's so much more flavoursome than broccoli, and I'm cutting it into halves. I did cook the stalks as well, because with the broccolini the stalks are actually delicious. So while the chicken is cooking, I'm going to prepare the topping. So you can see, like, I don't use exact measurements for anything here. So I'm using probably about 1/4 of a block of cheese, and I'm just grating it in my fantastic IKEA grater, and I will put that aside to prepare for the topping. next you're going to take some butter for the topping, and that's probably a little too much, guys. One kind of, I don't know, how would you describe it? A knob of butter, and you're going to microwave it in the microwave. Then you're going to add 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs. These are delicious. Don't use those awful pre-made ones that you get in the stores over here in Canada, guys. Use the panko. And then you're just going to toss it in your butter, and then you're going to add in your cheese. So this is going to go on top of your chicken and broccoli dish, ready to be air fried. So the chicken has cooked, guys, and I already hit the release button to let the steam out, and now I'm going to open the lid. So you can see it's bubbling away there, but I'll tell you a mistake I made. I threw in my broccoli and I added my sour cream, but I should have turned it to saute and sauteed the broccoli for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, because the broccolini was a little undercooked. We still ate it, it was fine, but it was a little undercooked. So if you're wondering what has happened to my sour cream, I had it on the top shelf of my fridge and it actually half froze. So that's why it's looking so peculiar there. So you can see, guys, I'm giving it a good stir, blending in the sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, you can use whipping cream, but I prefer the sour cream because it just kind of gives it a tangy flavour. So that would be my preference. Okay, so now I'm adding my breadcrumbs and cheese, and you're just going to sprinkle this over the top, and it just creates a lovely crumb base on the top of the dish. So you can see I'm spreading it out. I'm trying to cover the broccoli so that it doesn't actually get burnt when I put on the air fryer. Okay guys, now for the magic. I'm turning on the air fryer. I did it for 3 minutes, and you will need to keep an eye on this, so maybe just do it in increments of 3 minutes just to make sure you don't burn the breadcrumbs. But I believe I only did it for 3 minutes, but I can't actually honestly remember at this point. But you can see there that it crisped up just lovely, and now I am serving it. So I served this with mashed potato, guys. This is what I always serve it with, and I have to say it was actually very nice. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I want to let you know, guys, it tasted lovely. However, I would say the one I make from scratch on the stovetop is just slightly better, marginally better. But for the convenience of doing it all in one pot, if you're in a hurry, it's definitely worth doing it in your Instant Pot. We both, Kieran and I, had it and we enjoyed it. There was, I think maybe it was the breadcrumb base that wasn't quite up to scratch with doing it in the oven. But it, as I say, tasted fine, we enjoyed it, and if I'm in a hurry again, I will definitely be doing it. So when you make this recipe outside of the Instant Pot, there is so much cleaning up to do afterwards. There's a lot of dishes, there's a lot of steps to it, but by doing it in the Instant Pot, it was so convenient. I didn't have to wash all these pots and pans afterwards. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, that would be amazing. If you could subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And thank you for coming back.